We live in a corrupt and unjust society. Is there no place in your teaching to fight on behalf of the victims of injustice? We live in a corrupt and unjust society. Is there no place in your teaching to fight on behalf of the victims of injustice? This has been a problem right through history, justice and injustice. Is there justice at all? I know the ancient Greeks talked about it. Philosophers have talked about it. Gone into the question of what is justice, what is injustice. We are questioning whether there is justice at all. That is, someone may be very clever, intelligent, born to wealth, capacity, and able to think clearly, and the quality of beauty in him. And another may never have that quality, capacity to think, to live. So where is their justice? You follow this? We want justice. We all we see victims of injustice, victims who have neurotic, victims who are psychopathic, and those of us who are born to poverty and struggle for the rest of our lives. And those of you who may be born to riches, you have an easy life. Where is justice? You may be extraordinarily clever, and I may be very dull. And where is there this quality of mercy, not justice? So we're always talking about corruption and seeking justice. In the village, the well is used in all that business by the few, and they are violent with the others who use it. This has been going on throughout history. Those who have and those who have not. And apparently no government, no law has ever been able to bring about the poor to have the same capacity, same drive, same intelligence. This has been the actual fact in life. We're all aware of it. So one asks, what is corruption and what is justice? What is corruption? The meaning of that word, the root meaning of that word, comes from Latin and so on, which means to break up, to tear apart. Which is, corruption exists where there is fragmentation. Please understand this. Corruption must exist where there is fragmentation in human beings. Not merely passing money under the table, paying 10 rupees or what you do for an extra ticket when the man wants, that game you're all playing in this country, where there is a great deal of corruption. So we are investigating that word first, what it means. There is corruption when an educated human being, a lawyer or engineer, works in capable, intelligently active in one direction, and on the other he's superstitious, goes to temples, takes vows, silly vows. There is this contradiction, which I'm sure you know all about it, because probably you are also in that way, go to temples and pray and do puja and all that kind of nonsense. And in the world, outward world, you're a lawyer, engineer, businessman, there also corruption and so on. This contradiction in oneself, of which most people are unaware, that is also corruption. Probably that's the deepest corruption. Exercising reason in one direction and denying totally reason in another direction, and living in this contradiction. That is corruption. Corruption is to say one thing and do another. To think one thought and act totally different from that. That's a dishonor. That is also corruption. We are dishonest, aren't we? In the sense, we have great many ideals, what we should be, and we live totally differently. That is also corruption. Corruption is to imitate, not in clothes, but to conform to a pattern, so that you are never free. Sorry. So, we live in corruption. There's no question of that. And if we are aware of ourselves, is it possible to move out of that bondage of corruption? Is it possible to live a very deep, profound, integral life? Be a person who is whole, not broken up. Is that possible? I do not know if you ever asked that question of yourselves, whether it's possible to live an integrated life. And to pursue to the very end of it. Not just say, well, it's too tiresome, I'm too lazy, and all the excuses, rationalization that one invents. And also the question of justice. You are beautiful, I'm not. You look nice, I'm not. You are very, very intelligent and I am not. You can exploit people and I can't exploit people. You have wealth, fame and power and I can never have it. You have vision and I have not. You have capacity, sense of beauty, and I have not. So where is their justice? I am poor, living in a village. You live in town. You are urbanized, sophisticated, clever, and I can never be that. Should we not talk not of justice, but of compassion? Not try to bring about equality. There is no such thing as equality. It sounds nice on a piece of stone called equality. But there is no equality in the world. So we're always trying to bring about equality, which is democracy, apparently. 90% of the people in this country know nothing about anything, and they are voting. Right? You know all this. Where is their justice? So if we could move away from that word altogether and find out how whether one is capable of being compassionate, to love, not seek justice. You are tall, I'm short. You are bright and I'm not. I'm dull. You have everything I'm not. You have health, I'm diseased. So should we not look at this question not from a point of view of justice, but a human being that has no love, no compassion, is worse than an animal. And why is it in this country, don't say does it exist in other countries, that's a political escape. We are talking about this country, we, you and I, while we are here. When the speaker is abroad, he talks about that country, those people. But in this country, I wonder if human beings living in this lovely land, whether they love at all, whether you really love your wife, your children. Or we don't know that at all. We have responsibility to your wife, to your children. Send them off to school, and that's the end of that. Marry your daughters off, that's the end of that. So, do we know the quality of mercy, justice, mercy, love, and compassion? If that doesn't exist, there is no justice. Compassion has its own intelligence, not the intelligence of a clever mind, of a clever brain.
So we see what you say, but all the same is that no way by which we can also contribute towards building of a reasonably just society, sir.
Gentleman wants to know without that.
No, we see what you say and we accept what you say.
Oh, you don't accept it. You accept the words. The words sounds awfully nice, but you don't have the feeling of it, the quality of communication with love. So, you can create a society, as I've tried revolution after revolution, historically, but they have never succeeded. Because you can see the fascistic communism in Russia, in Eastern Europe, and in China. They try to create a society, but there is the super people who have everything they want, special shops for them, special doctors for them, special clothes for them. Not only the top Politburo, but the scientists, the artists, and the rest of them. So, the human beings throughout the world have tried to create a society outside. But society is our relationship with each other. In that society, in that relationship, there is no love, no compassion. You may have excellent laws, but those laws can be broken. So without that quality, do what you will not create a marvelous world.
You mean to say, sir, we cannot attempt a just society, creating a just society?
Be pardon?
Even by my own personal behavior, I have to cooperate with a large number of people. Can I not, community-wise, create a sense of justice amongst?
Oh, you can create anything you want. There's just a lot of talk. So, another question is, in this connection, why don't we cooperate? To cooperate, that is, work together. Apparently in this country it doesn't exist. We are jealous of each other. Right? And don't you know all this? So there has never been the sense of working together. You work together in business because there is profit in that. You work together when you go to a temple because there is a profit in that. But without profit, without motive, is there a sense of feeling of working together? We work together around an authority because it tells us what to do. And we are frightened not what to do something different from the authority. We work together for an ideal, if we both of us agree, but we soon begin to break up because we each interpret it according to our personal like and dislike, prejudices. So there is no spirit of cooperation. That again comes only when there is love in our hearts. Not the word love in our minds,